All right. Um, I guess I want to preface this before I yap about anything. Um, I haven't recorded anything in probably years. Um, but I've kind of wanted to do like rant videos for minutes or just yap videos, or whatever. I figured this topic burning my brain, I might as well. Um, but onto the main topic. Oh, this is completely unscripted. I'm just gonna go off the top of my head. I don't know how I'm gonna cut it or edit it or whatever. So we're just gonna go with the flow. But on to the main topic now. Um, I want to give some additional detail before the main course. But I've played VRChat since I think it was 2018 or 2019. I think it was 2019. So I've been here for quite a few years. So I just want to give some credibility to uh, my own personal opinions and to show that I've seen VRChat change throughout the years, even though I'm not on here every single day or um, even played it every single year. I still witnessed it change throughout the year. Um, and when I first started, it was on desktop. I was a little desky. This was before even Quest headsets or Quest worlds were even a thing. Everyone was on PC VR or just PC, and I thought it was fun. There were tons of different things to do. There were people on there just to chillax. One of my go-tos was like Murder 2, meet stupid people doing stupid things and just goofing off, or uh, horror worlds. I still enjoy horror worlds, and back then, Official Seon was like the king of horror worlds. Um, I still have plenty of this old world saved on my favorites, and I mean they've aged kind of poorly, but that's getting into different engines here. But I've seen it change, and I feel like a lot of the loud player base um, doesn't see the change. It it mainly was people goofing around or just enjoying their time and meeting new people, having chats and stuff. I'm not saying that still doesn't happen, but there has been a shift. It's been like this for a few years now, where, and I'm gonna be blunt, it's gooners and degenerates just doing insane things. And I personally don't like that. I don't really go into pubs anymore. And if I do, I'm jumping worlds to see if I can find any chaos happening, like uh, people playing stupid ass soundboards or just goofing around, being loud, having fun. Because that's what I enjoy. That's what I envision VRChat to be. Like, those old open mic nights or raids that used to happen, like the You Gonna Knuckles raids, all these stupid things. I enjoyed that. That's where people had, even if it was stupid, one time off communities that would just go do things together and have fun. I think that's neat. Again, I'm not saying that doesn't occur now, but it is mainly gooners and degenerates that have been the vocal player base of this game. Um, like the amount of, I mean, we could just go off rip here with the NSFW avatars. I hate it. It's so disgusting. It's on a 13 plus game. If you are uploading NSFW avatars to VRChat, you straight up need to be banned. I have bought avatars myself, right? And I have done the best of my limited capabilities and knowledge with Unity or even Blender to censor it or to remove those things or just delete them entirely because that's not what this game is supposed to be. And I've seen this brought up a few times by these weirdos that everyone ERPs or everyone does these degenerate shit. Again, I have played for years. I think I'm nearing my 8th year this year. I'm gonna get that stupid 8-year badge. I have never ERP'd. I have never done any of this degenerate stuff. I don't go and lap dance, pole dancing clubs. That is gross and just it's against the terms of service and it's gross. It's on a 13 plus game and you're uploading that shit and doing that shit in a children's game. You know how bad that would be if it was Roblox, right? And you know how bad that is in Roblox with all those condos and schlepping Chris Hansen stuff. So if it's not okay in a Roblox, right, which is a children's game, should it be okay in VRChat, which is a children's game, which basically, and I could rant about other things that have changed, but my main meat and potatoes here are the developers encourage this. I don't think they've quite said it outright and publicly, but if you have seen the Brandon FM and Jumper videos, you can see that in private or just talking to people, they will admit to these things and they just fucking allow it to happen and they do not care. They are straight up just endangering children on this platform by allowing it, even if, right, it's only consenting adults going into a age verified only instance and doing gross stuff there. It's still on a child platform and it shouldn't be on that in the first place. I don't care if you freaking are the kinkiest person in the freaking world doing the most degenerate stuff between consenting adults. Problem is the platform you're on is built to host children and adults alike, and therefore the safety of children needs to be prioritized. A great example, and I have experienced this myself, in the Brandon FM video, there's a guy who shows that you go into Prismic's avatar world and you press the randomize avatar button and you can get anything, right? You can get like stupid avatars, silly avatars, or fancy looking avatars, or whatever. But you can also get degenerate ones. And that video, that guy shows one. And my personal experience, I've just gotten full nude women avatar. Like, I don't, just like no toggles or anything. They're just nude off the bat, like off the bat. That shouldn't exist. So my main problem here is the devs. I have disliked the devs for years now because they've allowed this for years now. And seeing those videos and see how they talk about it, Tupper, fuck you. Just fuck you, devs. This isn't coming out of place like me crying about the game's not how it used to be. I'm fine with the games evolving. I personally like games that are experimental and try to change things up. The problem a lot is that you allow these degenerate things to happen on your children platform and you don't do anything to stop it. You're not enforcing your own rules. You are breaking your own rules. And you're not doing the simplest things as to like completely discourage things like SPS and those type of avatar add-ons that people use to upload degenerate ERP avatars. You guys are disgusting. I feel guilty for even like hopping on this game because I know it gives you guys money in your pockets. But I enjoy the game for the people who hop on and try to enjoy their time, not the people who hop on to get pixel lap dances or they they drink themselves and black out while wearing a headset. This is not healthy to have visible to children. These bar worlds, these drinking worlds, these strip worlds aren't 18 plus age gated. Some instances are, but children can go inside the non age gated instances and experience all this. We need to just remove that. I don't give a shit if it ruins your wallet, if it makes your paycheck lower, if it disappoints the investors, you fucking soulless husks. I don't care. This is for safety of the children and making the internet a safer place. We are adults. Our responsibility is to ensure the safety of children and, quite frankly, each other, to be honest. You know there are a lot of mentally ill people who hop on VR chats because they can't get that friendship in real life or they struggle to, and VR chat is a little easier place to do it. And yet you subject these children, these handicapped people, all these demographics to the most degenerate garbage ever. It is gross. Fuck you, devs. It's insane to me that I can sit there and listen to you guys. And again, Tupper himself basically goes, if no one's around to see the rules breaking, if you're breaking crimes, it doesn't matter. It does matter, man. Just be a good person. Are the VR chat devs and these degenerate people the type of people who, when they go to fucking Walmart, they don't put the cart back in the little cart holders, right? They just leave it out on the road or in the middle of the freaking parking lots for other people to have to move. Sure, it's the employee's job to manage the carts, but now you're obstructing the fucking parking lot, man. You're making other people struggle because you are just not a good enough person to take care of your cart. Back at my high school, I wasn't a big fan of this teacher, but he did say some good advice. One of the things is if you're doing something where everyone starts to do it and it becomes a problem, then you doing it is a problem. That's not exactly what he said. It's been years since I've heard him or even seen him, but the example he gave was, you know, as people in drive-throughs where they grab their stuff and then they immediately like throw the straw wrapper outside their car and just litter right there in front of everybody, but they don't care for some reason. But if everyone did that, it would be so much trash everywhere, right? That would be harmful. Their receipts, their fucking uh, straw wrappers, their burger wrappers. I don't know. If everyone did that and just tossed it out, it would be a mess. It would be a nightmare. You, VRChat devs, are promoting this degenerate gooner stuff where, since not everyone's doing it, right? The people who are doing it are trying their best to hate it or see no evil it, that it doesn't matter. The problem is the more people who get into this shit, the more widespread it is, and the worse it's gonna become. You already have people having e-sex in public lobbies. Public, the children. This is documented facts. And this is the stuff you are promoting by allowing this stuff to happen. You guys are just garbage. I don't know what else to say. It's bothered me since I've watched those videos, but I have always known that you guys weren't good people because of the lack of action you guys have done and the people you surround yourselves with, including degenerate ERPers, lolicons, these disgusting people, these freaks. You are gross. I've and people who after watching those videos, I hopped on Twitter. I know that's just a degenerate place, anyways. And sometimes I get VRChat clips or whatever. Most of them are of gooner people, you know, in really big breasts that are jiggling all over the place, or almost to no clothes, or showing their butts. I don't know, real crazy thing. So things like that, and the Twitch scene aren't good. The the YouTube scene should be another red flag for you guys. Where when I search up VR chat, people like Lolathon don't appear in the top search result anymore. Where people are just there to have fun, enjoy themselves. It's it's either rolling content, expose content, or people like Rafflegator who hang around mute e-girls who are trying their hardest for goon baits, I guess. But back on his Twitter, that's a whole nother discussion to be had. But back on a Twitter, I got on my feed Brandon FM's like announcement that he made a video and he linked it or whatever. And in the replies, I think I saw nothing but hate for the video. Now, is it kind of weird to trick people into believing that you're their friend and then backstab them? Sure. That could be seen as a lowly thing. I'm not going to discredit that. But exposing how these employees don't enforce their own rules and endanger children was needed. And yet these comments were saying it was like nothing burger, or they're still gonna goon no matter what, which is mind-boggling. Would it be okay for me to have a realistic naked avatar in Roblox? At all? No, it wouldn't. In Minecraft? No, it wouldn't. Why is VRChat any different? It's a 13 plus platform. You can't have your ERP and E6 and your drunks and have your child player base at the same time. You have to make it safe, or you have to make it 18 plus only. It's insane that people still support the ERP scene and the degenerate scene that happens. I don't mind things like clubs where you go in there to listen to music and just hang out with people, and maybe you have like a aspiring DJ trying to make a name for themselves, so they agree to host or play during an event. That's cool. But when people are getting blackout drunk, when people become alcoholics, when people are uh, hypersexualized, or doing stuff in public, and even the act of self is uploading the avatars in the first place, breaking your terms of service, and you just ignore it, that's disgusting. It's crazy. I thought of my own like example of what this is like. What Tupper said in that video that he's been recorded saying multiple times. The one where if no one sees it, it doesn't matter. The problem is you saw it. You know what's going on, right? So if I was a manager, right, at McDonald's, and I know my employee is spitting in people's food, right? It's not against the law, it's against the rules, right? But I'm like, maybe that guy deserved it. So I shrug and say, I didn't see it, so it must have not happened. I just allow it. I'm one of the villains, right? I'm breaking the rules too. I should be fired, that employee should be fired, and anyone who supports that is deranged. It's the same logic here. You allow people to break your TOS, you allow people to upload nasty avatars and show it publicly, where anyone can access it, and you adore it. You allow it to happen. You're gross. It's it. I don't know what else to say. It is disgusting that the company and the user base have gone, in my eyes, as people goofing off and having fun to this degenerate shit show where the only thing that comes out of it is editor exposed videos and trolling. Sometimes I don't even think it's real people. You have, my god, I could go on tangents and tangents and tangents. There is so much wrong. I mean, I could even go on the tangent of your stupid new UI update. Where if I click on a friend, I can't see what world they're in because you decided, oh, let's make the UI different and add these fucking Discord effects for your profile that you have to pay for. I'm not gonna put any more money into this game, man. I bought like an avatar once. I never wore it. I'm never gonna do that again. I'm not gonna purchase any of your items. I'm not gonna purchase any of your avatars. I'm not gonna purchase any of your decorations. You guys don't deserve money with the mishandling of this platform, the mishandling of this game. I would really want a shakeup at that company. Get all of you guys removed for new heads for the company. But you guys are so like intertwined. That's never gonna happen. You guys are going to continue to be degenerates. You guys are just gonna circle jerk each other off and change to nothing. You guys are gonna continue to enjoy exposing kids to this dangerous content because you can't enforce your own rules. You guys are pieces of shit. I don't know what to say. It's crazy. I guess I can go on the main not main, but another topic here where I could just shit on Tupper. But I'm just gonna do a quick tangent. I'm not gonna put on the whole line of like AI generates garbage, which is, I'm not gonna get into AI stuff, but or what AI generated. But I'm gonna say that just because you're not trust and safety doesn't mean you can't enforce safety. You have been shown to send things to trust and safety. I'm not gonna make this claim, but I believe this is me just believing. I'm not saying it's true, but I believe you yourself have kicked or banned people before, despite you claiming that you cannot. So, in one way or another, you have the power to uphold the rules your company that you work for have. whether that is directly banning people or sending it to the people who can, you have that power. You act like you can't, or you act like there's like this barrier of communication between you and the trust and safety team. I highly doubt that. I doubt it. You could be like, this guy is a registered sex offender. Let's get him off my platform. The trust and safety team could go, okay, and get him off. Again, that has, I believe that has proof of that happening, where there has been a registered offender on your platform and you have done nothing but get angry at those who expose this. And there has been many cases of people who just exposed the disgusting shit you have done and your users have done, and you punish the people exposing what is wrong. There's no lack of communication. You guys being rotten, you guys getting puppeted by disgusting, soulless investors, and being cheered on by degenerates. It's insane to me. Anyway, I think that's about all I had in mind. All I wanted to yap about. Sucks that this was my first yap video, but I guess if anyone watches this, you'll let me know how it went. Excuse some of my stutters. I do want to do yap videos at least once a week. I guess if anyone watches this, has any thoughts, I would love to talk about it. So put those comments or whatever, so we can yap about it and discuss or debate or whatever. I'm down to talk about any part of this problem. So yeah, that's it. If you've watched all the way to the end, enjoy your day, your night, best you can. See you guys in next one, I guess. I don't know. I'll see you guys.